Good morning, and welcome to the Friday edition of the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. This net meets on 14290 megahertz 7 days a week at this time, which is 10 o'clock Central Time this time of year. The Flyers Club consists of military aviation members, both active and retired pilots, air crew, ground crew, air traffic controllers, missile crews, support crews, and anyone else that's with military aviation from the air branches of all services. We would very much like to welcome visitors to the net also. You do not need to be involved with the military or aviation in order to check in. Our purpose is to promote fellowship between those radio amateurs who devoted a portion of their lives to support our air forces. This is a controlled net. To contact the net control, please use the words contact, relay, check-in, or info. We also have a website at www.airforcesflyersclub.org. That's www.airforcesflyersclub.org. This has a lot of info about the net and our members. There's also an online application to join if you feel qualified. We also monitor Echolink in conference mode at AFFC, and we'll sometimes use it as a backup. My call sign is WW5ENZ. My name is Mike, and I'm located in southeast Oklahoma City. The way the net works is we'll take check-ins, and then we'll go down the list, allowing each station to give their report. And then if there's time, we'll go back for a 73 round. Please keep your transmissions no longer than 2 minutes if possible, as there is another net that follows this 2 kilohertz up about an hour and a half from now. I've been monitoring this frequency, net logger, and various SCRs, and I have recorded the following check-ins break. Thanks to our net logger this morning, we have on the list K4YDB, Don, and he'll be brought into Echolink. We have N9 KJN, and let's see, that's I think it's a visitor. Yeah, good morning. And we have KI5 SYR Leonard also. He's an Oklahoma representative. Actually, he's pretty close to me, so I won't be able to get him locally, too. But anyway, N5BE is doing our net logging today, Leon, and he's in Texas, Arlington. Got WA6LJS John, who is basically California, and he does a lot of stuff out there for us as far as relays go. Okay, KS7GJO is here today. Good morning, Carl. K2SJP, Bob, and Lutz, Florida. Sounded like he survived the storm pretty well. Good to have you on board. All right, W2WLD, Bill, from New York, and KB7LAK, Justin, from Ogden. We got K4YES, Tom. We have W5ABI, Joe, and let's see, I think I have, I touched the screen and I lost, I think that's Charlie, K4YDB, and we have W4PPO, Lee, W7AJN, John, W5OG, Dale, K1BOB, Bob, N4GYY, Frank, NX6RG, Bob, WB5DRI, Brian, and WB2JJO, Ray from New Jersey, N26E, Mike. Good to have you with us today, Mike, WW5ENZ. That is the check-ins that I have. Are there any other check-ins? Please come now. WW5ENZ, standing by. I see a W7ASH checked in. Bob, not Bob, I'm sorry. WA6LJS, John, could you put a call out for us? I will call.
This WA6LJS relaying for net control for the Friday morning Air Force Flyers Net. We're looking for check-ins, either members or visitors. Call now. I'm just barely hearing an Indian X-ray something. Did you get that, Mike?
Negative. I didn't hear anything.
The India X-ray, come again, try it again. Well, I heard W5PIX in there, Clifford, Mike, so put him on the list. But there's an Indian X-ray. What's the Indian X-ray? That was me. Oh, okay, now you're coming up. All right, it's just Clifford. Back to that.
Okay, thank you, John. W2 WAD. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's see. W2 WLD. Can we get a call out from the East Coast?
Yeah, we'll go, Mike. But I did hear KS5KY, and he wants to be a quick in and out. I think he's mobile. KS5KY, break. W2 WLD, upstate New York, relaying for net control. For the Air Force's Flyers Club, we're taking check-ins, members, or guests. Please call now. No, nothing further, Mike.
Roger that. Thank you. Appreciate that, Bill. Let's see. Chris, I think you needed Chris, right? He needed to get in and out real fast. So, KS5KY, Chris, WW5ENT. Go ahead, sir.
KS5KY, go ahead, Chris, in and out.
Okay, well, I'm not hearing him. Is he talking?
Yeah, he's talking.
Info.
Go ahead, info.
Yeah, I got Chris over here on the chat, and I don't think he is transmitting today. He is at work. But I thought that Bill said that it was Justin that needed a quick in and out.
No, negative. It was Chris, KS5KY, and he did already give his in and out. He wished everybody a great day. Back to you, Mike. W2 WLD.
Okay, appreciate that. Yeah, I see that. Lee's keeping up with it all, and we had Chris in and out, and he's already checked out. So let me get the question out of the way here so we can get on with the net. Okay, this question today is a interesting one, and it comes from Lee. One of Lee's famous questions here. And today we're going to go back in a little bit of time to the Northrop F-89 Scorpion. This was a pre-century series interceptor. Its primary mission was intercepting a Soviet bomber formations. It had a state-of-the-art radar, mission computer, and some unique weapons. Various models had different weapons. Can you name the weapons it did not carry during its role with the U.S. Air Force and Air National Guard? So here are the choices. A, 6-inch nose-mounted 20-millimeter cannons. B, 105-inch Mighty Mouse rockets carried with wingtip pods. C, nuclear-tipped MB-1 Genie missiles. And D, sidewinders on both wings. Okay, that's the choices for what weapons. The second bonus question is, name the infamous air-to-air engagements the F-89 was involved in, or the engagement that the F. There is only one answer on this one. All right. A, Tsushima Straits incident. B, Iceland-Greenland Gap incident, intercept. C, Key West, Cuba, Tu-95 Bear intercept. D, the Battle of Palmdale. And E, Area 7 Bingo Straits. All right. Any questions on the question? For your info, the question is running on Charlie's live stream on YouTube today, so you can look it up there and get some more information. Okay, that is the question of the day. Let's go down to, let's see if we can bring in Don there, K0ZNC. K1BOB, you're up, sir.
Okay, K1BOB, and Don, you're up for the net. Don, go right ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Good night to all flyers. This is K0ZNC Don in Lowly Mountain, Colorado. A beautiful day as usual. Really, it's been a nice fall. It's been an extended fall for us now. We still got all the colorful leaves on the trees. The outdoors are still holding their gold leaves, and really busy out there. I have a lot from friends that travel up in the mountains every day. But, it's only about 5 miles from each of the foothills there, so it's not very far. Let's see, to the question, I have no idea. Probably down to Charlie and Charlie. I'll do a Charlie and a Charlie. Just a guess. Let's see, what else do I have here? The temperature is 56, apparently. A little on the cool side, not too bad, however. And let's see, the high for the day is going to be 76. And I can't get the weatherman to predict rain. He keeps telling me no rain. And we sure do need it. So hopefully one of these days you'll find a basis, grounds for telling us we're going to get rain. Anyway, I think that's about it. We'll try to be here for the 70. Well, let's see. No, I've got a physical therapy thing coming up at 10 o'clock. That's about when that ends. So I'm going to go ahead and say 73 at this point in time to everyone. And if I'm wrong, I'll send you the answer. If not, I'll do it tomorrow. Or maybe this afternoon if I can get on the round table. Unfortunately, that round table occurs at the very time my dining room becomes activated here. So I really don't have much time to get on the round table. Anyway, back to that. Thanks to Mike for getting me in there. And thank you both for doing the simulcast. I do appreciate that for everyone. With that, we'll come back to you, Mike, WW5ENZ, K1BOB. This is K0ZNC. I'm going to say 73.
K1BOB, back to net.
Okay, K1BOB, got you, WW5ENZ here. Also, K0ZNC, 73 to you, Don. Have a great day, and we'll try and catch up with you maybe later this weekend. Okay, Christopher's already been in and out, so we'll jump down to Norman in Illinois. Let's see, K9KJN, WW5ENZ. Norm, you're up. I'm not hearing anything on the SDR. Is he talking?
N9KJN, you're up, Norman, WA6LJS relay. And nothing heard out here, Mike.
Roger. Okay, he might just been in one and done there or just passing through. Okay, let's try KI5SYR. This is Leonard, and he's in Oklahoma. John, could you bring him in? Because I don't think he can hear me at all. WW5ENZ. KI5SWR, WW5ENZ. You're up.
KI5SYR, you're up. Nothing heard, Mike, and Oklahoma's coming in good here.
Roger. Yeah, he's probably just in and out. Yeah. Let's see. I know we can get Cliff here. W5PIX, WW5ENZ. Somebody's be able to contact him. Cliff, go ahead and take your turn, sir. Frequencies in use, WW5ENZ.
Clifford turned it.
Okay, appreciate it. Yeah, I lost him, John. Let's see. And I have somebody else who's trying to break in there. All right, N5BE. Go ahead, Lee. I know this is your question, so you might want to wait till the end, but I'll go ahead and let you get in here. WW5ENZ.
Yeah, WW5ENZ and 5B. Good morning. Again, Mike, and good morning to everybody on the net. Yeah, I was doing a little research and I came across this, and it's kind of a funny story. It could have been a tragic story, but this is an example of Murphy's Law completely unleashed. So we'll talk about that at the end there, Mike. So thanks for letting me provide the question. I thought we had some fun with this, and it's just remarkable what happened. And the interesting thing about this airplane, it was kind of a tweener. You know, they were coming out of the F-86 kind of days and looking at intercepting bombers. And it's one of those airplanes where by the time the thing went into series production, it was obsolete, despite all the updates they were doing to it. And the updates were numerous. So anyway, I see you changed one of the answers on the question, and that's your prerogative. No problem. But I was trying to make it easier, Mike, and I think you made it a little bit harder, maybe. We'll see. All right, WW5ENZ and 5B. Stand by for the answer down at the end there, Mike.
Roger that, N5E. Appreciate the question. Yeah, I tweak it a little bit every now and then, but you will see it should still work good. Okay, WA6LJS. Good morning again, John. Appreciate all the help you're giving us out there. WW5ENZ.
Okay, real good, Mike. WW5ENZ. This is WA6LJS. Good morning to the net. Pretty good conditions. Had a little trouble hearing Clifford in the mobile. He was a little bit down in the noise, but everybody else is booming in here pretty good. Let's see. It's a clear blue sky, plenty of sun. It's going to be a beautiful day. We're currently at 61 degrees, and we probably won't get much higher than about 80 or so today. Let's see. Answer to the question. Well, I remember the F-89. That was when I was a kid. That was a popular plane. Let's see. I think the answer is for the first part, D Delta. I don't remember the F-89 carrying sidewinders on each wing, so put me down the one that is not does not carry as a sidewinder, D Delta. And then as long as I'm going with D Deltas, let's say the Battle of Palmdale is the one that it was involved in. So put me down for a double D. Back to you, Mike. WA6LJF.
Okay, John, we got you down for double D, and we'll see how that comes out there. All right, KS7GJO, Carl, WW5NZ. Good morning, sir.
Well, good morning, Mike, and the group have put me in hot seat when I don't have 15 people in front of me to build an answer off of. Well, interesting propagation this morning, according to the propagation forecast.
in here. You've got a good solid 5.9 plus. John, you are right on the noise level, but I can't hear you. Can't understand everything you're saying, but as compared to days when propagation is, you aren't even there. So, yeah, interesting. Our local news just this morning, and let me just preface this with our Reno CBS station. All of their weather reporters, instead of being robots standing there reading off a teleprompter, they are all meteorologists. So you don't just get a report of the wind coming out of the north of 40 knots. These are people that understand the weather. And one in particular that in the morning, she gave her usual outstanding aviation grade weather report and forecast. And then the aurora borealis was visible last night, and she explained what coronal mass ejections were, how it illuminated or energized the mesosphere, and I'll tell you what, my jaw hung down listening to her, because she wasn't just repeating something that she had heard somewhere. I mean, this lady understood it. She understood it well enough that even my wife understood what she was talking about. Okay, on to your question. Man, I sure enjoy it when Lee goes on one of his rampages and comes up with something. I'm going to give him some questions, and they'll come out of my 1,800-page machinery's handbook. Oh boy, I really don't know this one, but I'm going to go with C. Charles for the first one. I don't think they carried nuclear-tipped missiles on that plane, so hey, I may be out in the boonies somewhere, but we're going with C for number one, and same with the bonus question. I don't have a clue other than answer E, the Bungo Straits. Was that your creation, Mike? And did that come out of the movie Run Silent, Run Deep? The Bungo Straits are in the South Pacific, as I recall, between North Australia and Borneo. And that doesn't fit the, in my mind, doesn't fit the bill, so I'm going with D for the bonus question. Fun one this morning. I'm really enjoying it. So back to you, buddy, and I'll be with you to the end. WW5ANC, this KF7GJO.
Okay, KF7GJO. Did you say D or for your answer? WW5ENZ.
C. Charles for the first question, and Edward for the second question.
Okay, I got to E. Yeah, because I know you talked a little bit about that, but I wasn't sure if that was your answer. Okay, we got you down for CE then. All right, K2SJP, Bob, if you can still hear me with your hex beam on the ground, go ahead. You're up. WW5ENZ. Okay, K2SJP, you're sounding really good here too, Bob, and your beam is on the ground, so it's amazing. And yeah, I never thought about that gas, but that is probably one of the limiting factors in most of these things. Right after electricity comes back, you still got to be able to drive around. And I guess I keep a couple of 5-gallon gas cans here, so maybe that's a good thing. But usually I use them for my lawnmower. And I have a couple diesel gas cans also for the truck and the tractor. So that's a good. I'm going to try to remember to keep those things full with your advice there. Okay, we got you down for Delta and Echo, and hang in there, Bob, and we're hoping you're going to get some fuel today. Okay, W2WLD, Bill, you're up, sir. WW5ENZ.
Thank you, Mike. Good morning, all. Propagation is fair today, not too bad. We did hear from friends of ours from a local park club who became snowbirds, spending the winters in Florida and the summers up here in New York. And as the years have gone by, they've spent more and more time down in Florida. And they were in New Smyrna Beach for the hurricane, and that was in the past. But they survived very well. They're 4 blocks from the water, did not suffer any water damage, and lost a couple branches. So we're very thankful that they came through it okay. Not much else going on here. A little cool but sunny today. As far as your question, I don't think the Sidewinder was the right vintage, but we'll see. So put me down for Delta. And I'm going to go with John, WA6LJS, a pair of Ds, Delta Delta. Thank you, Mike. WW5ENZ, W2WLD.
Okay, W2WLD, WW5ENZ. Yeah, I got there's something with some kind of interference there, but we did get you down for Delta Delta. All right, and yeah, that's good to hear that your friends are doing pretty good there. Okay, KB7LAK, Justin, you're up, WW5ENZ. Okay, KB7LAK. Yeah, but I had some interference come up over you. I don't know what that is. It's just kind of like it shuts down everything here, but I can still hear pretty good though. All right, let's see. K4YES. Tom, go ahead, sir. Take your turn. WW5ENZ. Okay, K4YES, WW5ENZ, got you down for Delta Delta, and you're 20 over here. You're 20 over in Oklahoma City. So I don't know what you did down there, but you've got some power behind your rig there. Okay, let's go down to Joe there. W5ABI, WW5ENZ. Good morning, Joe.
Yeah, excuse me, WW5ENZ, W5ABI. Good morning, Mike. The rest of the flyers, thanks for running the net. Beautiful morning here, clear blue skies. Let me see, we got 65 now, supposed to go up to 91, so we're still waiting for summer to move on out of here. Hi. Let me see. Anyhow, my answer to the question, I'm going to go with Delta for the first one and Delta also for the second one. So back to you, we'll be here to the bottom. WW5ENZ, W5ABI.
Okay, Joe, W5ABI, WW5ENZ. I've got you 20 over, Joe. You're 20 over right now, and it looks like you're firmly embedded in the lemming line there with double D's, and we'll see how that plays out. All right, K4YDB, Charlie, you're up. WW5ENZ.
WW5ENZ, K4YDB. Well, good morning again, Mike. Morning to all the flyers out there and all the visitors we have. Hope everybody's having a good morning. Right now it is beautiful outside. It's about 66 degrees out there. Supposed to be into the low 70s. They say it's going to be a near perfect day. So that's what I'm going to take advantage of. I'll be out there. I got a doctor's appointment at 1 o'clock. Once that doctor's appointment's done, then I'm going to come back and sit back and enjoy the day. It's beautiful out there. Yeah, I need to be out of here by 12:30. Of course, I know the nets are normally done before then, because I got to go straight to the doctor's office. But as far as the question goes, well, put me down for. Just put me down for a double D. I'll do the D and the D. So anyway, conditions are not that bad here. Of course, Tom, I never hear. He's just too close to me. I just go right over him, I guess. But everybody else I've been hearing pretty good. Sparky wasn't that strong, but I was able to copy him. Oh, I did not hear Cliff at all this morning. That's kind of really rare for me. Anyway, WW5ENZ, K4YDB. I'm back to net.
Okay, Charlie, K4YDB, WW5ENZ. Yeah, you're 20 over here too, Charlie. I guess that's because my beam's pointed out east. And I don't know if that helped anyway getting to W4PUO or not, but Lee, W4PUO, WW5ENZ, you're up, sir.
WW5ENZ, W4PUO. Starting to copy you a little bit here, Mike. Thanks. And I looked at the question on Charlie's streaming, and I think I got an idea what it is, but I'm going to go with a little bit different. I'm going to go with Delta. Of course, I don't think they had the sidewinders on the tips. And I'm going to go with Charlie. And I really don't know why that answer sticks out in my mind, but let's put down Delta and Charlie. And I'm having a nice day here in Belleville. Thanks, Mike. WW5ENZ, W4PUO is back to net.
Okay, Lee. Yeah, I do have a pretty decent copy on you on the radio now, but it's not as strong as we usually have it. But we'll give it a try. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Okay, they got you down for DC, and next on the list is John, W7AJN. John, you're up. WW5ENZ.
W5ENZ, W7AJN. Good morning, Mike. Thanks for running the net. You're doing a great job. And thanks for, I think it's Lee, or maybe it's John, that's running that monitor. And that's also very much appreciated. Let's see, last night we had a big birthday party for my wife. And they're doing it again tonight. Yeah, so. The different portions of the family able to come at different times. So we're going to have another big party. And the team is baking a Okay. So should be great. So anyway, this is 78 degrees right now, going up to 101, and it's clear and dry. So that's what we have today. On your answer, on your question, Mike, I'm going to have to follow. I took them out early, but I'm going to follow along with the Lemon Delta. Those are the two I picked earlier, but since it's a Lemon line too, I'll jump in there too. So I'll be here till the bottom, Mike, and start off for now.
Okay, W7AJN, WW5ENZ. Yeah, you're about a good 5'8" here, and sounding pretty good. Your audio is perfect. Okay, let's see if I can get down there. We also got you down for Delta, right in the Lemmy line there. So we'll see how that plays out. So we get a lot of people get it right, or a lot of people get it wrong. We'll see how it plays. Okay, K4YDB, you're up. WW5ENZ.
Okay, Mike, K4YDB. Very good. Well, let's see. It caught me by surprise here. The wife just stopped by and wanted to know if I want to go to lunch with her. I think I'm going to do that. We've got a really good Chinese restaurant. One of the few restaurants in Boise that we like to go back to. Anyway, I had a contact with a German DX station out in my garage on a 100-watt radio last night on a wire antenna. It wasn't even on my beam. The call sign was Charlie 21 Mike, and I looked him up, and he's way out in the Pacific, out in some of those islands that the Japanese used, near ones we use, like Torque, I think the Japanese first held, and this was an interesting island. Anyway, I'm going to make it into a question since it was involved in World War II, a very unique set of circumstances. I guess you could look up the call sign I gave and figure out where it is, and that's okay. From a historical perspective, I found it very interesting. Let's see, what else is happening here? Was bound to determine because the aurora's been showing up here in our latitude here, and she kept going out last night up until about 11 o'clock, and finally found it. Due north as always, and took a bunch of pictures, and she decided to tromp way out in the backyard, and took a picture underneath the hex beam with the aurora showing behind the hex beam silhouette. So I'm going to download that picture and send it out. Maybe Charlie wants to put it on something. I don't know. I'll send it out to the controllers or the officers there, or anyone that wants to see it. I haven't looked at it yet in high def. But it should be pretty good. You know, many times you can't see the aurora unless you're looking through a camera, an electronic digital camera. You can't see it with the naked eye, so I was amazed at how well it came in through the camera. Let's see. Question. Oh, this is a fun one. I've seen the Scorpion. It's just laden with weapons on them. I don't remember them when I was a kid because they went out of production, I think, and taken offline in the mid-'60s, and I was but a mere lad. Anyway, I think I immediately thought it had to be the AIM-9. I thought the AIM-9 came out a lot later, but actually it didn't. It came out in the mid-'60s for the Air Force, and it was in use by the Navy before that. I don't know much about it then, but it's a short. We had them on the F-111, believe it or not, when we had one on each outer pylon during the Cold War out at Sitting Alert in England. And it's a close-in missile. I mean, you've got to be quite within visual range and within a half a mile or so to get hear the growl on the missile, which means you're in parameters and you can shoot. But that's been around forever and still is being used today. And we talked about it over in Upper Hayford back in the 80s that we had to know all the Russian aircraft that were harmful to us. And one of the things was the ATOL missile, and that was a direct reverse engineered copy of the AIM-9. and the story was one got smuggled out of Germany. One got smuggled out of Germany with perhaps the help of a GI. Not sure, but they definitely had all the technology there of what it had in it then. Anyway, so story about that. The second one, I think it was the dreaded Battle of Palmdale. I remember that. That's when the guy went up in a lawn chair drinking a beer. Held up by all those balloons. Remember that, Mike? And he had a handheld BB gun so he could shoot balloons out one by one to slowly descend. Well, the Scorpion caught him at 10,000 feet, I believe, and he spotted that little BB gun. He decided to shoot with his 20 millimeter. It wasn't pretty. Yeah, that was the Battle of Palmdale, I believe. I might have that incorrectly, but still my answer is the let's see, what is it? Delta. Double D's today, Mike. K4YDB. Been fun.
Okay, Bob. You know, it's funny. I was looking at W5OG and I said K1BOB. So, you know, I didn't really mean to skip over you, Dale, but that story was almost worth it, wasn't it? Anyway, let's go back to W5OG, WW5ENZ.
Okay, Mike. W5OG. Stand by.
Yeah, I just realized the amp was not on. Hopefully that might be a bit better. W5OG Dale here in East Texas. Yeah, I enjoyed Bob's story, and I'm glad it came before me there. I was still going to pick Double D, by the way. I would figure with that many folks, somebody had looked it up. So, but I do recall the incident that I believe that Palmdale, Battle of Palmdale is referring to. I do remember that. You know, I was flying in my first duty assignment in the Air Force was flying as an EWO on B-57s, and we flew targets as a target for many of these interceptors, including the F-89. It's the only one, by the way, that was, and the F-89 was still flying at that time, and that was in 1964. And that's the only interceptor that ever asked their targets to slow down. we had to slow down for them. So I questioned the utility of the F-89 at that time. And I bet it soon went out of the inventory. You didn't see them anymore. But you know, and I don't recall. But I do think that the Sidewinder wasn't around yet. So Delta and Delta for me. An interesting question. I'm anxious to hear the actual story there from Lee or from you there, Mike. So anyway, back to net. You got a big list this morning. W5OG, back to net.
Okay, W5OG, WW5ENZ. Got you down there for double D's. Let's see, N4GYY. Frank, go ahead, sir. You're up. WW5ENZ. How can you miss it today? There's so many folks ahead of you.
Good morning, everybody. On the net this morning. Today, low right now we're 64 degrees, bright sunny sky, just absolutely gorgeous outside, and we're supposed to get up to 74. It doesn't look like we're going to get any rain here, you know, compared to what we did after getting after Hurricane Helene went through. We had a whole lot of rain. This one is just kind of stay south. My prayers is still with our people down in Florida. I've got several friends down there besides those friends of mine here on the net. My answer, I was going to go with Charlie Delta, but everybody kind of popped me in the good guy. Going Delta, just stay with the lemon line. That's kind of what everybody's kind of stuck with. So I'm gonna go that route. I'm having a difficult time hearing everybody today, so I'm hoping people are hearing me. If it wasn't for the SDR, I probably wouldn't hear us speak. So with that, I'll send it back to you. WW5ENZ and the group N4GYY.
Okay, N4GYY, WW5ENZ. Yeah, Chief, you actually came up really a lot there. You're basically 10 over now. In the beginning, you were just above the noise, so conditions changed a little bit. Okay, and I'll get you down with the double D's also. And let's go down to Brian, WB5DRI, WW5ENZ. Good morning, Brian.
Okay, Mike, I thought that Bob NX6RG was in front of me there, Mike.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do it right then. NX6RG, Bob, go ahead. You're up.
WW5ENZ NX6RG. Well, thank you, Brian. I'm running a little short, and I've got to bug out for a Zoom call, so thank you for that. This is a great question. I love the creativity and the answers on some of these. The first one put me down for Delta, but I just finished watching Run Silent, Run Deep last week. So Area 7 in the Bungo Straits, man. I mean, with regards to Clark Gable and Burt Lancaster, what a great movie. I love that one. And Don Rickles was in there, and he still had a little bit of hair left. I love that movie. Anyway, I think the answer for the second one, I'm going to go with the lemmings and say Delta, but honestly, that sounds like it came from the movie 1941 with John Belushi. I think it's real, and so I'm going to go with Delta. And anyway, we got to be one and done. I've got a Zoom session here, so I got to run inside, but I'll listen out for the answers. And thank you there, Brian. NX6RGs, back to net.
Okay, NX6RG. Yeah, I've got that. And Double D there for you. And have a great Zoom meeting. And I'll try not to do that next time. So let me get back to WB5DRI. Go ahead, Brian.
Okay, Mike, real fine. WW5ENZ, WB5DRI, Brian down here in San Antonio. Good morning, Mike, and good morning to all the flyers and to the net. Pretty good conditions this morning from my standpoint down here in San Antonio, but good to hear everybody. It's going to be a nice day here. I think we're going to be in the very low 90s today, so that's a nice change. If it stays at what they're forecasting as 91 for the high. And I think we're in about 80 degrees right now, and I'm not sure what the low was this morning. It's probably in the high 60s or low 70s. Anyway, great question there, Mike. I guess it's one of Lee's questions, but very interesting question there. I think I'm going to go with the group there, the Delta, and see how that comes out. I know they didn't have sidewinders, but I'm not positive about the second question, but I'm going to go with the group there. They must know something about the Battle of whatever it is there, Palmdale or, yeah. Anyway. I think I heard about that myself, so we'll see how that comes out. And I got to get out of here too, Mike. Thanks for getting me in there this morning, but I've actually got a doctor's appointment this afternoon, early afternoon, and I got to take care of some things and get ready for that. And so I'll say 73s. I'll listen for the answer though, Mike. But good net, enjoy it, and 73s to all the flyers. WW5 and the net, WW5ENZ, WB5DRI, back to net. Good day, everybody.
Okay, WB5DRI, WW5ENZ. Yeah, I got you down there, Brian, for double D's, and yeah, hopefully everything works out fine at the doctor's office. Let's see. Here we go. WB2JJO, Ray, WW5ENZ. Good morning, Ray. You're up.
WW5ENZ from WB2JJO. Good morning to you, Chief Mike, and all the flyers on the net. Boy, we have a wonderful net here. I'm hearing just about everybody on the electric radio. And I'll tell you what, Charlie, K4YDB, he was 20 over 9 in here, which is not too often he does that, but boy, he's got a good signal today. And it's on you, Mike. You're about a good 5.7, 5.8. You're holding it really good, so I'll tell you what, the SDR is in the background, but I can hear you flying on the electric radio. We have a beautiful sunny day here at 65 degrees. And I'll tell you what, the temperature really dipped last night, and I was forced to turn on the furnace because it got too cold in the house last night. So I turned on the furnace, and well, we're up to 72 here inside. As far as the question goes, well, I'll tell you what. I listened to all the other gentlemen on here, and who got a lot more knowledge than I have, and I'm going to go with double D's. For some reason, that looks like it might be the answer. So with that there, Mike, back over to you, sir. Thank you for doing the net. Like I said, you got a fantastic signal here in New Jersey. So we'll listen. We're going to be here till the end, that's for sure. WW5ENZ from WB2JJO. Back to you, Mike.
Okay, WB2JJO. Sounding good here, Ray. Yeah, I've got you about a 5.7 also, so pretty nice today. And I do have my being pointed back east, so I guess that's helping a lot there, too. Anyway, it's good to know that stuff works every now and then. Okay, let's see, my friend Mike out there in Anthem, Arizona. You're up. KQ6E. Go ahead, Mike. WW5ENZ. Okay, KQ6E, WW5ENZ. Yeah, we got you down there, Mike, for double D also, and sounds good out there. And keep after those doctors, and make sure they do the right thing. All right, let's see. W7ASH. Bob, you're up. W7ASH, WW5ENZ. Okay, W7ASH, got it. You were kind of fading in and out, but good signals when you faded in, that's for sure. Kind of a weird day today. Some good, some bad. Okay, let's go down to Art, down in Arizona, and see what's up down there. From New River, Arizona, WX7, Lima Lima, Art, WW5ENZ. Okay, WX7 Lima Lima. Okay, all right. Well, have a great day. Hopefully get everything done you need to do, and we'll say 73s to you. And I'll just say hi to Michael there, KJ5IAI, Belton, and receive only Mike. Okay, good to have you on board. Hopefully you have a great day. And then we'll get to the bottom of the list here, and this is N5BE, second, and he's going to basically come up with the answers to this wildly crazy question. WW5ENZ. Go ahead, the N5BE, you're up.
Yeah, WW5ENC N5BE. I was chuckling when Professor Bob and Carl smoked out my Run Silent, Run Deep reference. What a great movie! That movie had so many lines in it, and yeah, stay out of Area 7, right? And never take a bow shot on a Nakakazi. What a great movie! So yeah, so let's go ahead with the question here. I'm cracking myself up. Yeah, Mike changed it up a little bit, which is fine. It's great. So, yeah, the Sidewinder wasn't a player here, but can you imagine? Can you imagine having these enormous rocket pods out in the wingtip, full of 2.75? You know, a notoriously inaccurate rocket, right? Anyway, and they proved so when it came time for them to shine. So we'll get into that. So yeah, so you know that airplane had all those weapons on it at one time, except for the Sidewinder. So almost everybody got that one right, and almost everybody. So well done. John was the first one, I think. Yeah, the answer is D, the Battle of Palmdale. And let me explain that one. This is when the Swiss cheese lines up perfectly, you know, for the accident to happen. And boy, this could have been much worse. So what happened was the Navy launched an F-6F Hellcat drone out over the Pacific test area to be shot down by an AIM-7. They had responsibility for the AIM-7, and they were testing the AIM-7. They lost control of the drone. The drone turned around and started flying over the coast and then inland. The Navy had no assets available to shoot it down, so they call up the Air Force. The Air Force launches 2 F-89s. They get up, they find the airplane. Now here's where things really go wrong. The weapon system, the radar, the coupled weapon system with the radar failed on both aircraft. The aircraft had no iron sights on it, it was all radar now. The sights had been removed, the electronic sights had been removed, so now they're just lining up rivets on this F-6F. They launched multiple 2.75, Mighty Mouse rockets at this thing missed almost all the time. A couple hit and glanced off. But they're still launching rockets at this airplane, and the F6F's just shrugging it off, you know. Well, those missiles had to go, or those rockets had to go somewhere. They took out a utility truck that was parked underneath a tree out there in the desert. These poor slobs had got up out of the truck to have lunch, and next thing you know, the truck's exploding with a 2.75. Another 2.75 came right through someone's living room and destroyed the garage. I mean, it was just one thing after the other on this mission. The F6F finally ran out of fuel and crashed out in the desert somewhere. But that was the F-89's time to shine, and it did not do so well. So that's the story behind the story, and I really enjoyed researching this one. It was a lot of fun. WW5ENZ N5B, I'll say my 73 now's Mike, and thanks for letting me provide the question.
Okay, that was really good. Now that was better than Bob's question or story. But yeah, I can just imagine that. It was just a chain of events all totally screwing up. But anyway, okay, I appreciate that, and thank you, Lee, for that question. It was a lot of fun. Now let's see if there's any other check-ins to the Air Force's Flyers Club before we run quickly through a 73 round. WW5ENZ standing by. Okay, nothing heard. We'll just jump up to W5PIX Cliff 73 round. Can you hear me, Cliff? Well, you got it. Okay, W5PIX. Yeah, I couldn't hear you on the SDR, Cliff, but I could pick you up just over the noise, so sounding good. And yeah, it's probably good you passed. This was a crazy question, Norris. It's fun. Anyway, let's go to WA6LJS. John, you're up, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Good net, good conditions here, but I'm having trouble hearing the Clifford there, but I did get him on one of the SDRs. Good questions. Thanks for running things. And back to you, WW5ENZ, WA6LJS.
Okay, WA6LJS, 73 to you, John. Have a great weekend. Okay, let's see. KF7GJO, 73 rounds there. WW5ENZ.
Okay, Mike. Hey, this is Friday, Martini night. Be sure to overindulge. We'll try this again tomorrow. 73, everybody. WW5ENZ, KF7GJO.
Okay, KF7GJO, 73 to you, Carl. Great having you on board. WW5ENZ. Okay, let's break with you and go to K2SJP Bob. You're up, sir, for 73 round, WW5ENZ.
WW5E.
Did he turn it?
His transmission abruptly stopped, and Mike, I don't know what happened.
W5OG.
Okay, yeah, I thought it just dropped off there, but okay, let's go W2WLD, Bill, 73 round, WW5ENZ.
Yeah, very good. Well, thank you, Lee, for a great question. Thank you, Mike, for a great net. Everybody have a great day. 73, WW5ENZ, W2WLD.
Okay, W2WLD, WW5ENZ. Yeah, you're blasting the doors off my shack here. So, okay, I guess things have changed a little bit, but it's sure sounding loud. All right, let's see. K4YDB, Tom, WW5ENZ. Okay, K4YES, WW5ENZ, 73s. How about KB7LAK, Justin? Skipped over you, but I didn't mean to. WW5ENZ, you're up, 73 round. Okay, thank you for turning it, and 73 Stu, Justin, great having you on board. Okay, W5ABI, Joe, you're up, WW5ENZ, 73 round.
Yeah, W5ENZ, W5ABI. Good net, Mike. I copied everybody. Only had to use the SDR on one or two people, so good copy all around. Thanks for running the net. WW5ENZ, W5ABI.
Okay, W5ABI, 73, see you, Joe, 70, have a great weekend, WW5ENZ. All right, K4YDB, Charlie, you're waving at me there, you're up, 73 round.
WW5ENZ, K4YDB. Well, thanks for running the net today, Mike. It was a pretty good net. I did enjoy the question also. Conditions have been very good here. I'm hearing just about everybody. Anyway, 73s, everybody. Everybody have a good day, and we will look for you tomorrow. K4YDB back to net.
K4YDB, 73 to you, Charlie, and appreciate you doing the live stream for us. All right, W4PUO, I think Lee, he may have already checked out, but just to check, W4PUO, WW5ENZ.
WW5ENZ, W4PUO. I turned the amp off. Can you copy?
Yeah, I hear you. You came in here like 5'9".
Okay, great. Well, I just wanted to say thanks, Mike, and I enjoyed the question. And it's a pretty good net. The frequency, the propagation changed to where you're running S9 and above right now. So you just have to be patient and faithful. And we'll see you tomorrow, Mike.
Okay, W4PUO. Yeah, you're doing the same here, Lee. Yeah, you're over. Yeah, you're 10 over. And, 73 to you, Lee. Have a great day down there. And, I know you'll stay out of trouble. W7AJN, John, 73 round, WW5ENZ. Okay, W7AJN, 73 Steve John, and you're sounding great, WW5ENZ. All right, I'm sorry, see, I almost said that again. W5OG, you're up, WW5ENZ, 73 round.
Okay, Mike, mighty fine. Good net. Very good question there, Lee, and thank you for those good questions. Good memories of the old F89. 7-3, everybody. I see Bob is over on Echo Link at K2SGP, so we'll find out what happened to his transmission. Back to net, 7-3, everybody. WW5ENZ, W5OG.
Okay, Dale, 73 is to you. W5OG, WW5ENZ. Okay, K1BOB, 73 round, sir. WW5ENZ.
K1BOB, great net, Mike, appreciate it. And, yeah, I thought you went over Dale, but I wasn't sure. Lynn was in here talking to me, so I figured you'd self-correct, and sure enough you did. We all do that. I don't know, it's easy to do. You start thinking too far ahead, I think. Anyway, I could have sworn I got the extra credit part right on Palmdale, but I guess not. Maybe it was John Belushi in 1952 or whatever it was. 42? Yeah. That was a good movie too. Actually, the cockpit from the fighter machine in that movie is out at the Hill Air Force Space Museum. I don't know how we got it, but we got it. And we traded a Jeep or something on it, and curator shouldn't have done that. He didn't get any permission to do it. They got in a little trouble over that. I think they finally had to get rid of it. Send it back to Hollywood, or wherever it came from, because it wasn't really proper to have in a real museum. K1BOB, that's you, Mike. Thank you very much. 73, everybody.
Okay, K1BOB, 73 Steve, sir. And you know what happens with that purple line? I look up there and I see where the line is, and I go, okay, the next person under it. I look down, and then Lee moves the line. So, but whatever, it's all fun. Okay, N4 GYY, Frank, 73 round, you're up. Roger, N4 GYY. Yeah, actually, I can envision that movie. I'd probably go see it. You can just imagine these missiles going all over the place, or these rockets going all over the place, and going through somebody's truck, or hitting. They could they could make a pretty funny movie out of that, or maybe even a serious one. Okay, let's go down to Ray. WB2 JJO Raymond, you're up. WW5 ENZ for a 73 round.
WW5 ANZ from WB2JJLO. Fine business there, Mike. I tell you what, that was a very good net, very good question. Thank you, for that question. And I'll tell you what, it was real head scratcher. But you know what? You guys mentioned a couple of good movies on here, and I forgot about One Silent, One Thief. That's one heck of a good movie. So with that there, Michael, thank you very much for doing it, and we'll catch you further on down the log, as they say. WW5 ENZ from WB2JJO. 73, y'all. God bless America.
Roger that. 73 is to you. God bless America also. Have a great weekend. Okay, let's go down to KQ60, Mike, WW5 ENZ, 73 round. Okay, KQ60, I can just imagine that, sitting on the beach there and having a margarita, one of the ones that Carl talks about, and all of a sudden there's a missile coming at you. Amazing. Okay, have a great week, Mike, and hopefully you have great golf games coming up. Okay, W7, ASH, Robert, you're up, 73 round. Okay, W7ASH, 73C, Robert, WW5ENZ, and that's, I think that's the bottom of this. Let me say 73s to KJ5IAI, Michael, and say thanks for watching or hanging in there with us. And that is the bottom of the net. Is there anyone else that I missed or that would like to have any other comments? Please come now, WW5ENZ. Okay, nothing heard. It's about 10 minutes before the next net starts, so it's about good timing. And I'm going to say thanks everybody for your help today, and thank everybody for relaying and had pretty good conditions. And we'll try and catch up with you tomorrow. WW5ENZ saying 73 to everybody and returning the net back to normal amateur use. 73.